everybody. Good morning. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of another week. Super excited for this weekend. Got some good self-care things planned for myself. We are going to really continue to dig into this series. I am Kimberly Benson Durst, and I am super excited to talk to you today about something we don't really do enough of, and that's self-compassion. This is the series. It's all about me. It's all about self. But this particular piece is self-compassion. Now, we're going to take a look at it in a lot of different ways today. This is going to be an ongoing thing, so we'd love for you to not just check us out, but subscribe and things like that, because we want you to be able to continue on helping yourself grow and learn about all of these different things together. Have you ever really thought about what self-compassion is? It's really easy to give it to other people. Real easy, right? But why is it we don't give it to ourselves? Why is it we devalue that? Well, self-compassion and being supportive and kind to yourself is kind of looked at like egotistical and like, why would you do that? And it's so crazy because in the face of stress and failure, it's so associated with like more motivation and self-control. But it doesn't make any sense. When we're under stress and failure, we really think worse about ourselves, but that's when you need it the most. What is self-compassion? It's the ability to be kind and forgiving and supportive, accepting, not to everyone else, but to you. Why is it that it's okay for you to be cruel to yourself? If it isn't abuse wrong? I'm going to show you an activity that I hope displays this well. Okay, I want you to get out a single sheet of paper. You can do this after, but I want you to watch this. This is a great sheet of paper, right? It's just a plain sheet of paper. It's got a lot of value. You'll notice it's blank. It doesn't have anything on it yet, right? So it's great. It's got great worth, great value. But I'm going to use this as an example of how cruel we are. Okay? Follow me. I am going to be very hateful and ugly to this paper. You are stupid, you are worthless, you are nothing, you are no good, just a piece of trash. Right? Well, did I just devalue the paper? I don't know. Let's take a look. Now what we're going to do is we're going to unfold it, but be careful not to rip it. Well, it's definitely different. Let me smooth it out. Let's see if that helps. Okay, it's not going as well as I thought it would. Okay. This paper, some people would just do it. Throw it away. Worthless. Means nothing. Because it's damaged? Because it's got flair? Because it's got character? The reality is this paper is absolutely not worth anything less than when I showed it to you a minute ago. The bumps, the bruises, the creases, these are the scars left behind by my cruelty to it. Because if not, it would still look plain, wrinkle-free. We're the same way, y'all. We are highly critical of ourselves, highly abusive to ourselves. We are mean, hateful individuals to ourselves. Now, we'll fake the funk in front of other people. We'll be right there for them, and we'll attaboy them and love on them. But we are so mean to ourselves. Well, today, y'all, we really need to take a look at ways to be more compassionate. You need to be mindful and you recognize when you're stressed and when you're struggling and when you're overreacting and when you're being too critical and when you're being too judgmental towards yourself. You need to give yourself some more self-kindness. You need to treat yourself like you would other people. And you need to stay connected, remembering that everyone makes mistakes and has difficulties. Guess what? So do you. But you're not alone, all right? I want to kind of look at something. If we're to take a look at this single sheet of paper, and I was mean to it, right? I told it was stupid and ugly and fat and gross, right? If I were to come back and say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that, does it take away what's already been done to the paper? It doesn't. Because now the paper has all of the effects of the damage that I gave it. But it has not lessened in its worth. It sounds kind of weird, right? But I'm going to show you to give yourself a little more care. C-A-R-E. Now, the other day I told you you should be taking notes. If you're not, I really encourage you to do so. C in care stands for care about yourself. Care about you the way that you would care about your very best friend on the planet. If your very best friend on the planet was going through the absolute worst day of their life, what would you tell them? That's what you need to be telling yourself. A in the word care stands for adding daily affirmations. You need to affirm yourself. Now, I don't know, but I am absolutely fantastic. I think I'm wonderful, and I think I'm beautiful, and I think I'm sexy, and I think I'm smart, and I'm capable, and I'm funny. I don't need you to agree. I mean, I know all of you do. But I don't need other people's affirmations, and I don't hunt that anymore because I need to give it to myself. It's part of my self-care routine. I'm allowed to go easy on myself in times of stress and duress. R in the word care is recognize when you're in pain, when you're suffering, when you're having emotions that don't feel good. It's a part of the normal human experience. Recognize when you're being too hard on yourself and go easy on you. Stop talking to yourself that bad. E in the word care is engage in self-compassion exercises. Add something fun and joyful in your life. Do something that brings you a smile. The other day I showed you Vito. Other things I like to do that make me smile is I love to listen to music and to walk and to read. Clearly my library. I thoroughly love journaling. I love doing things that make me smile because it feels so much better to smile than it does to frown and to cry. So what's the opposite of self-compassion? It's usually what definitely comes naturally. It is the beratement and that harsh tongue on yourself. It's that inner voice that needs to be silenced. There's a quote that says this: the critical voices in our own heads are far more vicious than what we might hear from the outside. Our inner critics have intimate knowledge of us and can zero out and hone in on our weak spots. That's so bad. That's because we're making this so much worse on ourselves. So when you reflect on early life experiences, what is it that started your self-criticism? Where was it formed? Was it a person who was mean to you, that bullied you, that told you weren't good enough? Was it media that said you were fat, ugly, not a normal size? What are the lies that you've been hearing all of these years? Well, this is what I want you to do. This is how you're going to challenge those critical thoughts. The first one is you recognize what those self-critical triggers are. Start writing those down. What are the self-critical thoughts? What are your self-critical feelings? What is that inner coaching voice that you could say to dispute that? Like, everyone makes mistakes. It's okay. This is how we learn. This is how we grow, right? And now what are the new feelings that you could have if you allowed your inner coach to coach that inner critic? Have the self-compassion on you because you are worth it. It is very, very critical that you learn that part of that self-compassion is self-forgiveness, and this is where I'll close. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. Making mistakes is how we learn and grow as individuals. It's important for your self-esteem to learn how to let go of any negative thoughts and feelings that you are holding on to. Forgive yourself in order to move forward in your life. I cherish my wrinkles. I cherish the things that made me. I cherish those things that caused me to look like this. I'm Dr. Kimberly Benson Durst, and this series is all about me. It's all about self. Today, I'm going to be more intentional with my self-compassion. I hope you'll do the same. Join us again next time. I hope you have a good day and a very good weekend. Bye, friends.